Finals, and yeah, we definitely have a keeper here. We don't have a black source, but we've got plenty in the deck, and we've got some ramp, so this hand has to be a keep. Yep, keeping it. All right. That was a nice draw, so bust out the Mystic, pass. Next turn we get to do the Venom Sliver. And pass. Do have a Plummet, which will help in this match. No plays. Have to assume raise the alarm, so I think we're going to bust out the old Living Totem, and we'll boost our Venom Sliver. So that way, if he does have the raise the alarm, at least we can kill them both. And we are 1 mana short of Siege Worm, so black source off the top would be excellent here. No plays. No black source, unfortunately, still. All right, let's get in with Venom Sliver and Living Totem. I'm still playing around the Raise the Alarm because of the Mystic, so I'm just trying to play it a little bit safe. Let's bust out our second Venom Sliver and then pass. Next turn, we do actually have a Siege Worm, so it does devote all of our resources to it, but I think that's okay. Unfortunately, both white and blue are pretty solid against Siege Worm since there's both bounce and that banishing. I always want to call it banishing light, but that's not what it's called. It's amazing how well Sungrace Pegasus can keep up. Ooh. All right. So choices. We've got. I think we just. Yeah. This is actually good. We slam the Siege Worm. Costs us all of our resources except the black, which we get to use for Ulcerate on the Nimbus of the Isles. So I like it. I think that works pretty well. All right, 3-4, pretty good. The good news is we still get to swing with our Venom Slivers and our Siege Worm. The bad news is that guy's pretty good. Ooh, one more black source. No longer a big deal. Drop the Carrion Crow to get a flyer out there, at least for chump blocking purposes if stuff gets squirrely. It's unfortunate. So need a second black source really to take this game back. Not quite, and I can't play that. That was an unfortunate draw. That's okay. So get in with the Venom Slivers. And we're forced to pass until we can find a black source, unfortunately. Guess we can play a Typhoid Rats. Yeah, well, we've got a new Flesh of Dust target. So taking a bunch of damage, still pretty unhappy about that, but Nothing I can do, really. No, that seems not that good. But, no, I guess we're going to lose to Avison. That sucks. We were looking good, but just couldn't find the second black source, and that ultimately, I think, costed us here. You can just prevent all damage. Yeah, we can't win against Avison. That's disappointing. All right. Couldn't find the second black source. Ended up costing us the game, I think. But what can you do? We were looking awesome right up until that point. We had the means to win this game, to be honest. It's just couldn't find them. So get to bring in the plummet, which is excellent since he's got the rare that we want to kill. I don't know if we've got any other sideboard. Yep, it doesn't do anything, so we just pass the turn and die, unfortunately. Never anything to be happy about, but totally out of my control this whole time, so nothing to get worked up over. If the game doesn't want to give me cards, then I can't do anything about it. All right, so let's bring in plummet and take out the wall of mulch. She's totally on the flyer plan, so that makes sense. Necrobite actually seems reasonable too. For our flyers, Netcaster Spider obviously would have been a helpful card as well, as would Hornet Queen. But I digress. Those weren't available, so we can probably cut one of our Death Touchers, although they get to attack in. We could probably cut one of our Wayfinders since they don't get to block ground X1s or attack in. So let's cut one of the Wayfinders, bring in the Necrobite, bring in the Plummet, see if this helps us a little bit. Hopefully see some better distributions and therefore win. Would like to play first. No black source, one source with the Mystic. Can't play the Spider. I think we probably have to mulligan. With no black source, we could just get screwed too easily. Let's try it again. All right, this is fine. It's a very good mulligan. At least our opponent had a mulligan too. That helps. He's debating his 6-card hand, which typically means it's not that good, which is also a good sign for us. Bust out the child, because lifelink is good. Swiftclaw. It's a pretty fair exchange. Wish I had something like Necrobite. Could have protected him there, but it's alright. Let's bust out the Spider. Make some good use of mana. Guys to the Moors. Yeah, we'll leave the Spider back and we'll play the Venom Sliver and the Typhoid Rats, and then we'll pass. I don't want to go 2 damage for 3 damage, so... That's pretty good for him. There we go. So let's take out the first striker. Let's get in here. We've got more life. I'm willing to do this. He doesn't have his blue source yet. Not worth busting Ulcerate on that. Yet. Let's just get in with the Venom Sliver. I've got the answer for Avacyn. I've got the answer for River Marshal. I've got answers. Now I just need threats. Juggernaut. Got the answer for that, so it's no biggie. Carrying Crow, yeah, let's bust that out. And we'll go ahead and attack with our Sliver. Alright. Yeah. Perfectly acceptable. Go ahead and ulcerate that. Get a nice little 2-for-1. Hopefully he just busts out Avacyn. I would love to slay her immediately. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. I guess at this point we can go 4 for 2. Alright. And the fun stops, unfortunately. So Fatty, nope, just a land. So now we just need one of our many threats that we have in the deck. If we can't find our threats, we're going to lose, but our opponents managed to play the whole game without a blue source, so I don't know what to say. Multiple preeminent captains too, huh? Interesting. Alright, just any threats, fine. Yeah, there we go. What do you know? What do you know? Big threats. Can't attack anymore because he's got a first striker, so let's just go ahead and bust out the Fatty. Alright, trade, 2-for-1, get our dude back, pass. Yep, that's really funny. In a really sad way funny. So Hornet Queen would be extremely beneficial. Flesh of Dust would be extremely beneficial. Willforge Golem would at least get in there. Nope, just a land. Alright. Just one of those games, you know. Can't do anything about it. Just one of those disappointing things. Our deck's fantastic. We have so many good things we could draw here, and we're just not drawing it, so I can't do anything. Our opponent's managing to beat us without even playing a blue source the whole time, so it's kind of embarrassing, but I, once again, am out of my control, and he gets a soldier out of the deal. Yeah, so that's pretty ridiculous, especially since he only had 2 cards left in his hand and it's turn probably 8 or 9 that he actually got value, but that's the way it goes down. Yep, crow number 2. Now we pass. Alright, so we chump block the preeminent captain. Go to 1. Setting up for the double block on the Archangel the following turn. Unless he gets a blue source, of course. Of course, we draw another land, so we can't do anything. Which means I have to do 3 blocks, which makes me extremely unhappy. But once again, just can't draw anything but lands now, so it's the way it's going down. Hornet Queen would flip the game. That's the only thing. All right, good game, folks. Wish I could have drawn better in the finals here, but I couldn't. So disappointed, but once again, out of my control. I'll see you in the next draft.